Hello everyone, my name is Niputu Eka Widari. In this video, I would like to explain about three fundamental things that the teacher use in the learning process. Those are, the first is approach, the second is method, and then the last is technique. Among approach, method, and also technique has a relationship. Method should relate it to the approach, and technique should in line with method and also approach that the teacher use in teaching. And then I would like to explain one by one. Start from approach. And what is approach? Approach is the theoretical study, or it is a route where the procedure comes that used in the learning process in the classroom. And then the nature of the approach is complicated. There are three approaches. The first is grammatical approach. Grammatical approach is an approach that focuses on the grammar or structure in the language. And then the second is functional approach. Functional approach is an approach that focuses on the function of the language. And then the function of the language is to communication. And then the last is interactional approach. Is an approach that focuses on the use of the language in the social context, such as formal, when you talk informal and also informal situation. For the example of the formal situation, if you talk with your lecturer, you should use formal language. Maybe if you do a mistake, you will say, "I do apologize, man." And then if you do apologize or have a mistake with your friend, you only say, "I'm sorry," like that. The second is method. Method is a plan to present the material in a systematic manner. And then method should accordance with the approach that the teacher used. And then the nature of the method is procedural. There are two types of method. The first is non-participatory method. That is, the teacher is more skilled in the learning process, and then the student only get knowledge from the teacher. And then the second type is participatory method. In this method, the student is more active than the teacher, and then the teacher only be a guide in this method. There are several methods that stated in Radminingsih's book. The first is grammar translation method. The second is a direct method, and the last is technique. Technique is the implementation in the classroom. And the technique is an art of the teacher in teaching, because every teacher has different teaching style or teaching technique. And then the nature of the technique is implementation. And then in the learning process, the teacher should create the best technique, fun technique, and clever technique in order to the student are fun in learning and also understand the material well and not feel bored in the class. so that the teacher should clever in create the technique that they use in the learning process. And then the technique that the teacher creates should accordance with the method that the teacher choose, and also in line with the approach that the teacher used in the learning process. Okay, that's all about the explanation of approach, method, and also technique. I hope you can understand, and thank you.